Hello, I'm Tommy Moore, founder of the Bartitsu Lab, and in this particular video we're going to talk about what we call the bombardier drill. And the bombardier drill is this. Often in striking arts, and many of the striking arts from Bartitsu come from combat sports such as boxing and savate, often when we're practicing we end up in a natural rhythm, by which I mean we practice hitting the bags and we move ourselves and comport ourselves in a sporting rhythm. Okay, we move ourselves in a way which suits the boxing art we're in. Now, I did modern boxing then, I can still do it in classical pugilism. Doesn't really matter if we're using a sportive art, often we move and attack in a sportive way. And we train in a sportive way, so we're hitting the bags and pads, but we find ourselves falling into a sporting rhythm. I attack you, you attack me, I attack you. You know, we find ourselves in a bit of a sporting combat waltz. And this happens because when you're sparring, this is the natural rhythm of a sparring match. But what I always get my pupils to think about, especially in self-defense scenarios, which Bartitsu is founded on, how do we keep smashing? How do we keep fighting to a point where the threat isn't there? Because there is no point in me being able to land a decent 1-2. There's no point in me being able to move off. Why would I do that? If I've landed a decent 1-2, I need to fill that void with nasty other strikes until you are no longer a threat and I can piss off. Okay? So the bombardier drill is this. I treat it like we're a kind of Victorian Edwardian martial art. So I see this as I'm a gunboat, I've come to a port and I'm going to blast fuck out of it until I can disappear. So we don't work on just singular 1-2, we don't slip, we don't move, we focus on sustained, aggressive, forward moving, powerful striking. And the best way to do the bombardier drill for us is in 5 to 10 second bursts. If I say hit the bag as hard as you can, as often as you can for 10 seconds, most people will end up doing something like this. Problem is that as a workout, it's great fun. As a workout, it's pretty good, but you can never really expect the opponent to stay there while we're doing this. You'll find that inevitably the blow's weaker as you get on, and if you're not knackered after going all out on the bag for 10 seconds, you haven't gone all out. Okay, so what I get the guys to look at when we're doing the bombardier drill is multiple iterations of striking that match the natural ranges of self-defense fighting. So for example, the start of the bombardier drill, I might go for a long lamping punch, bang, knowing full well that I'll probably end up having to close the distance with an elbow, be very, very close with some hammer fists, get exceedingly close with a headbutt, then I might want to fight my way out. That's a much more natural 10-second snapshot of a fight than me standing here and going 1-2, 1-2, 1-2, 1-2, 1. Okay, so first thing I advise you to look at is a slow, calm, Tai Chi-esque version of your bombardier drill. 10 seconds worth of blows done very slowly at reasonable distance. I know the fight's happening, it's just going to happen. Bang! I've crashed in here. I know that our bodies are going to collapse like two walruses fighting on a beach. Bang! So I've dropped that elbow in. I'm going to smash you 2 or 3 times with this hammer fist to get some range. Then I'm going to step off with some main artillery and get back out there. And that is a decent, more organic representation of a piece of combat. We start from far away, we crash, I want to cause damage, land something powerful and get gone. So with the bombardier drill, first get your students to practice hitting as hard as they can for 10 seconds and watch and observe how people will go into sportive rhythm. So if they're not going, they'll do something like this. Again, nice, makes you feel good, gets you fit, but doesn't replicate the changing distance and the flowing dynamism of a fight. So once you've got them to look at that and reflect on that, get them to work on a realistic slowed down version. Big artillery, close, crash, and the escape. And then work your bombardier drill with increasing intensity. So again, get used to being able to plow into that full force, surprise attack sustained till the threat's gone. So for me, my bombardier drill. And again, that was relatively slow, so I need to mess it up a little bit. And again, that might have been a bit messy. Now I might try it with open hands. So from here, and off again. It will never look pretty. It can't look pretty. Get used to smashing in the techniques. And then you'll see I've got this level of attachment here. So as soon as you've got and practiced a good variety of bombardier drills, put a hoodie on a punch bag or practice with your partners, latch on. So again, I've got this belt that changes what I can do. So I can pull you in and push you off. So in this bombardier drill, I might punch, grab, hit, headbutt, push off, strike. So again, you get used to the notion of grabbing fabric, grabbing hoodies, grabbing backpacks, grabbing the lid of a motorcycle helmet, whatever you need to grab, and then being able to smash the opponent. The important thing is experiment with the ranges. So start some bombardier drills from here. Smash, 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 smash. Start some from out here. And start some from here. So again, I would start your bombardier drills very close, very far away, somewhere in the middle. And then when you get more proficient, add attachments. Put hoodies on things, put helmets on things, put things that you can grab, because that changes the way you do the bombardier drill. Something that we play with in the Bartitsu lab. It's a good fun experiment, and it helps you break out of that rhythmic sport fighting concept. Something that I personally am still working on at the moment. I find myself moving into a boxing cadence more often than I'd like. So I'm really at the moment trying to work on disruptive, awkward rhythms. And for me, what I'm finding helpful with that is moving into more unorthodox strikes. If I stick to straights, uppercuts and hooks, I fall into a boxing pattern. So I'm aiming to move from boxing into a temiwaza, into savate with the slaps, the headbutts with the elbows. Again, the more diverse your arsenal, the more reflective it is of the ranges you will be in when you're training and when you're fighting. So bombardier drill, make it messy, make it tiring. 10 seconds of being an horrible bastard. Try and get good variety in terms of ranges and attachments. Thank you very much.